Guys, what's up? It's Naomi the Crafty Savage here, and I'm back for this week's Whippin' Chat. I am just a hot mess express over here. I did this whole section over here. You can't really see, but it goes over that way. This whole section and all of this, over here chit-chatting with myself, thinking I hit record. I looked up and I never, ever hit record. So we are going to try this again. This should be quite interesting and funny. So here we go. If you're new to diamond painting, WIP stands for work in progress, not psh. We're going to whip somebody. Get your dirty minds out the gutter, people. Jeez Louise. I am working on my canvas for Mermaids and Magic. I got it from Treasure Studios Art. I don't think they have it on their website anymore. I tried looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it. But that's what I am working on. I think it's Sea Witch Magic by Mystique Arts. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I got this months ago for this event, but oh my goodness, where are my manners? My mama, she would feed me to the gators. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing fabulous, better than me. I have never, ever, well, I guess there's a first time for everything. I can now officially say that I sat down and to record a video and just started talking and never hit the record button. I just wish, I'll show you, I started this painting when I thought I hit record. So I got all of this. When I say I was sitting here talking to myself for a while, yeah, I was sitting here talking to myself for a while. It's all good, as long as I don't answer myself back. I mean, sometimes I do, but, as long as nobody hears me answering myself back, I think I'm okay, right? Yeah, so let's see. I took notes, but I did not take notes. I just kind of made, little key points, and I'm probably going to go through this faster because it is now later and all that good guacamole and cheese, right? Exactly. So let's see, where did we leave off last week? So Gabriel, right? That freaking dirty bird over here, just so when I thought it couldn't get any worse, where he slipped me the note saying he was going for the interview for the bank manager position. He won't know until actually today. Today is Wednesday for me. It's Thursday for you. If he got the job. But on Monday, I go into the bank and that low life. No, he's not in a low life. I love Gabriel. I can't even believe those words. I let those words even describe him come out of my mouth. Right? So I don't know. I guess he just wanted to, if it wasn't, ripping out my heart and putting it in the blender, and blending it up. No, he had to just mince it. Just mince it on Monday, right? So I'm standing in line and he was not behind the counter. I think he was with somebody in the, oh my gosh, what in the good Lord is that called? It's not the vault. I know. Safe deposit box thingy-majiggy people doohickey. And he comes up and he whispers to me about how there is a opening for a bank teller that opened up on Friday in Orlando. At this point, I could not hold it in anymore, and I just turned around and I said, "You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me." Right there in line. The lady teller kind of looks at me. The other people standing in line kind of look at me. At this point, I don't care. My heart has been ripped out and crushed, and I just... Who does Gabriel think he is? That, he can just go to a different branch. Like, doesn't he know he is my teller, right? Like, I mean, I get it. I think he lives up near, like, the Orlando area. And it's like a 2.5 hour drive. I'm going to have to ask him. When I go in on Friday, I'm going to be like, all right, look. So, is it that, because like I said, I know like the one time we were talking and he was telling me like one of his first jobs, he worked at Disney. And I was like, I couldn't do that. I'm like, I'd be tripping like bratty little kids getting fired on the first day. So I think maybe he lives up in that area. And like I said, it's about a 2.5 hour drive one way. So I don't know. He's not allowed to leave. Like, nobody else is as sufficient as Gabriel is. Like, he knows what he's doing. He gets the job done. Like, he's not allowed to leave. Like, he's not. Like, he cannot. Like, no. I did not sign. I don't remember signing the freaking permission slip for him to leave this branch. I don't remember it being discussed with me. If I did sign that permission slip, like, they got me drunk, and that's when they had me sign it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, right? So that's kind of like what's going on with Gabriel. You know, my shattered, broken freaking heart. I should, like, make a jar and put, like, red little, like, sprinkles in it, you know, and be like, here is the pieces of my heart that you shattered into a million pieces because you said you're leaving. I don't know if they're allowed to accept gifts, but I should do that. I should definitely do that. Maybe I'll work on that this weekend, right? And then, let's see, over the weekend, I diamond painted. I finished The Odd Ones by Shay J. Reed from Rhinestone Goddess Creations. I love Shay J. Reed's art. I'm pretty sure she has, like, become my favorite artist at this point. I have 2 more that I have ordered from her, and then one of my subscribers, you know who you are, you dirty little bird. Oh, I love you. I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not, so I'm not gonna say it, but a subscriber on Sunday reached out to me and was like, so I ordered Shay J. Reed's alphabet, and you know, do you mind if I have them ship it to your house so you can show it? You know, you can make videos since I don't have a YouTube channel. Excuse me. And I remember, like, when I read that on Sunday, I was like, oh my gosh, that is, like, one of the nicest things anybody has done. So, you know, she got with Lauren from Rhinestone Goddess Creations and are having them shipped to my house. And then, you know, I'm going to make videos of them. I don't think I'm going to show all 26 at once because that would just be a very, very long video. Well, I don't know, maybe. We'll see, because I want to get the diamond paintings back to this person, you know, who bought them. And I greatly appreciate them, you know, thinking of me and having them sent to me so I can unbox them on the channel. That made my Sunday. And let's see, what am I working on? I forgot what symbol I was working on. Whew. A lot's been going on. Okay, so let's see. What else happened? Monday? I'm just going to be jumping, like, all around because, like I said, I didn't write down notes, and I sat down. yesterday and was just kind of like, let me just pinpoint things. And I know you guys are probably all wondering what happened with Dude and me meeting up. We will get to that. Oh, sweethearts, we will get to that. So, yeah. Get your popcorn and your soda and all that. But, I mean, I'll let you know when we get to that. We ain't there yet, right? So, Monday, I'm like, all right, let me do my taxes, right? So, I sit down and I do my taxes. And I don't know how this is humanly even freaking possible. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't get a lot back on my taxes, you know, like, my kids are older, so I don't get that, you know, kids tax credit anymore. Like, I think last year I got like $100 back. So it's not like I'm like, woohoo, I'm rolling in it or anything, right? Yeah, I owe the freaking IRS $200. I was like, how the good Lord, like, because I have the highest amount of taxes taken out of my check every week, because I'm like, I don't want to be owing. Like, I don't want to have to pay at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather get back like $100 and have to pay them. Yeah, I have to pay them. And I think it's because, like, I even clicked on the thing where it was like, you know, why do I owe? And I wrote this part down. So it's because the standard deduction for somebody who's filing single is now $12,950, where it used to be $12,550. So yeah, I didn't have that much money taken out, and I'm like, that's freaking like, and it just, I don't know, it sucks, because it's like, I'm in that, like, pay spot where I make too much money to get any kind of help, right? And I'm not looking for any help or anything like that. But at the same time, I like don't make enough money. Like right now, I'm doing okay. But I know, like, I am so terrified that when my lease is up at the end of August, like, I'm like, I don't even want to know what my rent's going to go up to. Because, like I said, when I first moved in here, the first year I lived here, my rent was $14.85 a month. Then this last year, or this like year, it went up to $1,600. Well, I was on Zillow and I was like looking for places for my mom, and I was like, oh, there's one right in my development, right? Now, literally, like, they're like condo townhouses, and they're all the same. Like, I think maybe the end units are a little bit bigger, you know, but they're basically, they all look the same on the inside. So, yeah, that one was listed for rent for $1,750. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, and unfortunately, like with Florida, there is no price cap on the rent. You know what I mean? So, like, now that's not my landlord, but it's like they could raise my rent another $100 again, you know, and so I don't know. I'm going to like hold back on like ordering stuff. Now I did order some things kind of over this weekend because I was just like, I don't know, I needed some retail therapy, and I ordered a bunch of stuff from Craftably, you know, to help them out, you know, and that was really awesome. You know, it was like when I saw like they were in a dark place, and, you know, we all came running with our light pads, turned our light pads on, you know, and helped guide them out of that dark place. So I'm waiting on my order from Craftably to come. I ordered some more like putty, but like it's kind of going to be like, unless it's like I really, really want it, I have to watch what I spend here, because they might raise my rent to like a point where I can't afford it. And this is the cheapest place to live, like right now. So yeah. So I'm like, either I got to have money to move back to Pennsylvania, or, you know, like my rent's going to go up another $100. And I don't know. I just want to be prepared. Just the whole IRS thing just really, that just blew a freaking, like, blew the jelly right out my donut. Like, I was just like, I'm done. I give up. I surrender. And it's, yeah. And like I said, like this place, it has, it's not even worth the $1,600 that I pay, right? Like, one, the people don't fix jack diddly freaking squat. Like, last March, my back patio roof started like leaking, and I'm like, bad. Like, now I think it's up to 8 spots, and I don't even care. I used to run out there when it would rain and have little pots and pans and little containers, you know, to like catch all the drops so it wouldn't get on the carpet, because it's like an enclosed lanai. I don't care. Because, and I've said this before, like, I noticed that they marked it that it was fixed in May of last year. That's kind of funny, because I got text messages and stuff, you know, saying like, okay, well, this guy's going to be out at this time. Well, the homeowner, you know, thought that was too high and wants another estimate, so they sent somebody else out, and then the guy was going to do it at the end of August, and he never showed up. And the way I know he never showed up is because, one, the roof still freaking leaks. 2, I would either have to unlock the gate from inside my freaking backyard, or let him in through my front door to get out to the backyard. And that did not happen. And then Ian happened, and there was like a tree like freaking knocked down on the side where you couldn't even get into the back. Like, he would have had to come in through my front door, like, to get out into the backyard. I mean, and that was down until, like, oh my gosh, what was it? Like, I think they finally took care of it in, like, December. So, yeah, that wasn't taken care of. And Thursday, I was sitting here, and I was just, you know, diamond painting, watching TV, and the light in my bedroom flickered. And I noticed, or at least like that I can remember the first time I noticed it was when I came back from Pennsylvania. Like, I came up to my room, you know, and I'm like getting ready to lay down, and I had my light on, and I swore I thought I saw the light flicker. And I was like, no, you know, like, you're tired, you're just delirious, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know. Then the other weekend, like, I saw it flicker, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, you weren't tired, delirious, you know, like, the light bulb's going, right? So I changed the light bulb, thinking that's the, you know, thing. No, that's not it. I'm gonna insert a video right here showing you exactly what I'm talking about, all right? So, as you can see, right, obviously I didn't get it when the light was on. Like, I wasn't quick enough, because honestly, like, my first thought was, let me take a picture of this, you know, so I can show it to the property manager. And I was like, what are you going to do? Take a picture of the light off and send it to her? And then what? Like, it came back on, and you're going to take a picture of it back on? Like, that's not doing anything. So the first time it happened, and I mean, like, and it happened 3 times, like, almost, like, not back to back, but there might have been maybe like a minute or two in between each 3 times. So the second time is what I showed you, right? And then, so after it did it the second time, you saw, like, where it's off, but the TV's still on, like, my light pad's still on, and then, you know, like, flickers and turns back on again, like, there is no light switch to it. You gotta, like, pull the chain, right? So normally, you know, I don't bug people after work hours, but I'm like, you know what? This is kind of like, let me at least go into, like, the portal while I pay my rent and any, you know, maintenance issues I gotta put in there. So I go to fill out the maintenance form, and that's where I realize that, hey, it won't let me upload the video. It will only let me upload pictures. And again, this comes back to, what am I going to do? Show a picture of the light off, and then look, it came back on. That's not, you know, so I text the property manager, and like I said, normally I would not bother people, you know, after work. I would let it wait. But because it was electrical, I was like, let me say something. So I just kind of texted her, and I sent, you know, the picture of the video, you know, just explaining, like, I tried filling out the maintenance request form, you know, but it won't let me attach the video. I just want you to see it so you know what I'm talking about. I'm really sorry to bother you after work. She replies back, oh, you know, no problem. I understand. Yeah, just fill out the maintenance thing, you know, and I'll get an electrician there. Okay, great, you know. So I wake up on Friday. I'm checking my emails. Tell me why I have an email from my property manager with the freaking electrician's name, phone number, email, telling me to give him a call. Excuse me, isn't that your job? Like, why am I calling the electrician? But I'm like, okay, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, my light flickering, and it wasn't, like, I didn't have stuff overpowered, you know, it's like the same stuff I've had plugged in or used, you know, from, since I moved in here. There wasn't a storm, you know what I mean? It's like common sense, you know, like, I even put, like, I changed the light bulb, like, I took the steps and precautions beforehand, you know, before I reach out, you know, so they don't come back and go, oh, the light bulb was going dead, you know, like, no, I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot like that. So I'm like, okay. So I called the electrician, and I'm like, yeah, you know, Amy gave me your number. He's like, oh, yeah, I saw an email, something about that, da-da-da. And I'm trying to explain it to him, and he's like, well, is it like a light switch? And I'm like, no, you have to pull the cord. And he's like, well, did you have the fan going? And I'm like, no, because then I could see, like, okay, maybe it's like a wire loose, and as it's spinning, you know, I'm like, no, I'm like, the fan wasn't going. So I was even like, well, can I, you know, send you a picture of this video so you can, you know, see what I'm talking about. Tell me why this mofo comes back with, well, there's nothing I can do about it, you know, unless while it's happening. And the only thing, you know, I would tell you is, like, to turn the fan on. Okay. So at this point, like, I was done, and you will understand why I was done, because we're gonna get into basically why I was done here soon. You know, so like I said, this is like Friday, and, you know, just turned the fan on. So at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm like, it's a good thing I have renter's insurance. I'm like, you know, if this turns into an electrical fire, I'm like, at least my stuff will be covered. I'm like, I just hope I can get myself and my dog out. You know what I mean? In time. Like, I'm so over, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry, your light just going off and on by itself for no freaking reason. Like, turn the fan on. Okay, dingbat. Okay. okay, you know what, like, so it's like there's a part of me where I'm like, do I even want to stay here like another year? Because I was thinking about like trying to buy a house, and let me tell you, that's freaking expensive. I don't even know. Like, it's just it makes me want to drink, and I'm not a big drinker. Like, I'm not a big drinker, and like at this point, like I just want to drink. So yeah, and then let's get into what happened with Dude, shall we? Right? We shall. So as you guys know, I was talking about, saying like I had, sent him, like I talked to him on Sunday, just giving him little warnings about, look out for this in Florida. Then I didn't hear from him for Monday. Tuesday I wished him a happy birthday. And then like later Tuesday night, he replies back, like, oh, I've rearranged things, blah, 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 blah. Okay, great, So that was Tuesday. Or no, that was Wednesday. What day was that? Yeah, so Wednesday, he's like, yeah, it was Wednesday. It's like, oh, I rearranged things, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think I even said this last week. I was like, well, what about medieval times, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, because I remember saying, like, I replied back with, like, Gatorland, and it was, did he make it out of Gatorland? Well, I don't know. He might have, so, anyway, as I'm uploading my Wip Chat video on Wednesday night, I get a message from him saying, like, oh, on Friday, like, I just want to have, like, a chill day, and I'd feel bad, driving all this way. And I kind of, like, I saw this coming. Like, I saw it freaking coming. Like, I kind of knew, like, Tuesday, by the time Tuesday rolled around, like, and I hadn't really heard from him on Monday or Tuesday until, like, late Tuesday night, I was like, we're probably not going to hang out, and get together on Friday. But then, like, I don't know, got my hopes up a little bit, because I heard from him on Wednesday, okay, you move things around, da, da, da. So at this point, I was like, in my head, I'm like, I already saw this coming, and I'm like, that's cool. All right, so now I had talked to Allison on Friday, and I kind of filled her in, and like, Allison knows. So as I'm telling Allison, and I'm going over, da, 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 and I'm like, I replied back with, that's cool. She was like, oh, no. Because she knew. Oh, she knew. Like, she freaking knew. Like, I'm the kind of person that I'd say 9 out of 10 times, right? Now, there are some times where just like a short little answer, you know what I mean? But 9 out of 10 times, like, I will write you, like, 3 freaking sentences to a paragraph to a freaking book in like a message or a text. Like, that's just me. That's who I am, right? So Allison knows that, like, when I start replying back with like 1 words or like 2 words, like it's like short and sweet. Like, I'm like, that's cool. It was like, I'm done. Just stop wasting my freaking time. You know what I mean? Like, go play your reindeer games with somebody else, because I am not the one. At this point, I have grabbed my sidewalk chalk. I have grabbed my Red Bull. I have grabbed my wagon and my puppy dog, because you ain't petting my freaking puppy dog, and I'm going home. And I'm telling my mommy what a butthead you are. Right? So that's kind of where I was at. And usually when I get like that, it's like, okay, just leave me the hell alone. So I replied back with, that's cool. And I think he texted something, and I didn't even freaking reply back. Like, because I was just like, nope, Naomi, you're going to be mean. Let's not be a raging, shady, sandy beach over here. Like, you knew this was coming. So I'm like, well, I already took the day off, so I'm just gonna freaking, I don't know, thought about going to the beach and that. I didn't do that. So Friday, I wake up and it's like, it was kind of like earlier in the day. I get a text from him and he's like, oh, I don't think it's a good idea for you to come up. You know, I'm not feeling good. No shit, Sherlock. Like, I didn't plan on freaking coming up there anyway. Like, what part of, like, that's cool? Like, what you thought, like, I was saying, like, that's cool. Like, I'll still come up and, like, we can hang out, sit around. Like, if that was the case, sweetheart, I would have texted out. That's cool. Like, I'll still come out there. You know, we can sit around, hang out. No, honey. I texted, that's cool. Like, meaning, like, that's cool. You have a good life. Go, like, walk across, like, broken glass. Go kick rocks barefoot. Like, go swimming with the sharks. You know, all cut up and bloody. Like, that's where I'm at this point. Like, I don't care. When I reply back with, like, short little sweet answers, 9 out of 10 times, right? Like I said, there is that once in a blue moon. It's just, you know, that's how it is. But most of the time, no, I am not a Mary Poppins son of a freaking biscuit eater. I just spilled those damn drills. I'm not, no, right? So when I start like, yeah. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't, like, I wasn't even planning on coming to see you. Like, when I texted you, like, that's cool. Like, yeah, no, like, on Thursday, like, I was like, yeah, no, like, I'm good. Like, go fly a kite sideways into the wind and smack up against the mountain. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not that girl. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I have dealt with just so much and put up with just so much stupid stuff from men that, like, I don't anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm just like, psh, I'm out. Like, no, like, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to, you know, tell him. But, yeah, so we did, not wind up going out, you know what I mean? And he texts me and he's like, you know, well, you know, I'll be back up in, you know, Florida, you know, in like another like 4 to 6 months. And I'm thinking like, and he's like, you know, like, we'll definitely hang out then. Definitely not. Like, in 4 to 6 months, like, I can see it now. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have plans ripping a hangnail, like, off of one of my fingers. I'll be, you know, like, brushing my hair that day. I don't know, throwing a birthday party for my imaginary friend, Mr. Giggles. Like, I don't freaking know. I'll be swimming with alligators that are starving. Like, I don't know. I'll go out and play in traffic. I'll go and organize my Tupperware container freaking cabinet in my kitchen and won't stop until all the lids match the Tupperware containers, right? Like, because that's what I would rather do than do that, right? And he's like, well, you know, you got my number now. You know, don't be a stranger. Okay, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not the one. Like, I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna make myself look like a freaking idiot and a fool running after you. Like, oh, no, get the hell out of here with that nonsense. But you know what, guys? This is like kind of a short whipping chat this week. I am so sorry, but I gotta get this uploaded But with that said, guys, I'm going to hop on out of here. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week. Look, I got a hangnail going already. It's waiting for you. 4 to 6 months, me and you, hangnail, we got a date. All right, guys, I'm really out of here. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.